standing in the back of the room raised his hand and said, "I did, I'll see you on Tuesday." When do you start educating your child? The question was asked to the Rebbe, and the answer was from birth, or maybe even before that. 3 years ago, we moved to Bucktown to open up Chabad in Bucktown, and just 2 short months later, we were blessed with the awesome blessing of our first child.
Please be here for somebody and don't come far away.
It happens 250 times a minute, 15,000 times an hour, but it's still a miracle every time a child is born. It's a blessing. You can see the divine act at that moment. God gives the opportunity for the individual, for the humans to recreate, just like God creates people. He gives the opportunity to humans. It makes us feel that we're greater than sometimes we think we are. At the same moment, the only way it could happen is if we put our ego to the side. We can't think that we're the only one involved. It always takes a partner. It's not one alone. And that's an important lesson to be successful and to help the community. It takes a community. It takes more than one person. It takes a joint effort. At that moment when Leighton was born, Chabad of Bucktown grew from 2 employees to 3 employees. Leighton wasn't just successful in entertaining the crowds Friday night and drowning out his father's voice when he would go off tune, but he was successful in bringing the crowd to Bucktown. When we take him to the park, we would meet people, and they would become our friends, and they would help the Jewish community grow. Thank you, Leighton. Education starts from day one. Levi, being the firstborn, had a pidyon ben. A pidyon ben is the firstborn child belongs to God. The first of anything, in the morning when we get up, our first efforts, our biggest energy we must dedicate to God. And therefore there's a commandment of pidyon ben where we redeem the firstborn. We go to a Kohen who represents God, the priestly tribe, and we redeem our child. And this episode goes something like this. The Kohen asks the father, "Would you like your firstborn child, or would you pay me 5 shekalim, 5 silver coins?" Obviously, because we're here tonight, we know what we decided, but that was then. In today's economy, things might have been different. But seriously speaking, what kind of ridiculous question is that? A child over 5 flying 5 coins? Obviously, we'll go for the child. But the point is a deeper point. The coin is asking the future of this child's life. Is it going to be Jewish education? Is it going to be Judaism spirituality? Or is it going to be the $5? Is it going to be Super Bowl or Super Ball? Is it going to be spirituality or the mundane? And that's the question the Kohen asks when the child is just a month old. Because education starts from day one. So today, Leighton's Upsherinish, his 3rd birthday. It's no more that he's just looking around and absorbing when he's taught, but now he's contributing. And he himself is obligated to a certain degree to do the commandments. He wears scissors. We're going to cut his hair and leave a little bit of payas. There are nice booklets here that give more information on what the day the Upsherinish is all about. I would like to conclude by asking my father, who is the chief emissary of the Rebbe for the state of Illinois, to come here and read the letter that the Rebbe would send to an Upsherinish boy on his 3rd birthday. Please rise. You can find it in the back of your booklet.
I'm going to read it first in Hebrew and then I'll translate. Baruch Hashem, Brooklyn, New York, Shalom Avracha, V'mayna Leidosai, Edishem Holedes Ashlishi Shabnam, Hine Mutek, V'kamen Ketem Emichta, Kedushas, Mar V'chami Admar, V'nagel Aminik Yisrael Zev, Yerotzim Hashem Yisborach, Shigadu V'yachlim, Zagosu Tichye, V'skol Yodem, Shiyichyu, L'Torah L'chupal Ma'asim Tevim, V'teich Herchava, V'bracha. Zel Loshin Kvedush, Mar V'chami Admar, V'kar, Zizas, Asiris, Upsherinish, V'dober God, V'minik Yisrael, V'yikara, V'chinuch, T'ashoras, Beis, Areish, V'miyem HaKziza, V'anafas, Apeis, Areish, Nohog, V'lahadil, L'hargos, L'tinik, V'hin Nesiyas, Halaskotin, V'birchas HaShachar, V'birchas HaMazim, V'kishru Shalamita, Hashem Yisborach, Yeh Ba'asam, Shegadluhu, L'Torah L'chupal Ma'asim Tevim, V'tech Parnasa, V'achava Menuchas, Hadas, V'gashmus, V'ruchas. Peace and blessing. In answer of the notification about the third birthday of your son, herewith is an excerpt from a letter of the previous Rebbe about this beautiful Jewish custom. And it should be God's will that together with your wife you shall raise your son and all of your children to Torah, to the wedding canopy, to good deeds, all with abundance. And the previous Rebbe writes about an Upsherinish that it's a tremendously important custom of Israel. It's important to leave the payas of the rosh, the corners of the sideburns, and from that time onwards to have the child become accustomed to wearing a talis katan, to say brachas, shema at night, and God should be with you, that you shall raise him to Torah, to the wedding canopy, to good deeds, with parnasa, with good, with all of the blessings that should come with abundance, both spiritually and materially. So I want everyone to know, and especially the children, that there's going to be a lot of entertainment tonight. We have a juggler here, we have a beautiful slideshow, a video that we're going to see in a minute. We have some good l'chaims, we have all kinds of good stuff. So I'd like to just start with a l'chaim and say a few words. Something that I'm sure is on the hearts and minds of all of you today. L'chaim, l'chaim.